Today I'm working on Junk Journal January 2024, prompt 15, opposites. So, this is another one of those prompts where I couldn't get in my head about it, right? Because it would be very easy to do like one thing on one page, like, positive and negative space. But what I decided in my weird little brain is Alice in Wonderland. And the reason that I decided this is because when Alice fell down the rabbit hole, everything was the opposite of what she expected it to be. So I have a whole bunch of Alice stickers. I have a quote. These are some stamps that I got from Temu, and I went ahead and stamped them. You guys don't have to watch me stamp. And we're going to get going. And the other thing is I've got this stamp, which is kind of going to be part of my inspiration. Okay. So I think because I already have white here, I don't know, I might do one leg here and one leg here. So I think we're just gonna go for it. I think I just need to fill you in on what I am doing here, because that was a little stream of consciousness. So what I decided was that I was going to use this sticker as my inspiration, and I drew it on the page. So I drew it and I painted it white, and now I am going to paint the black. And I thought about doing this with a Posca pen. You could do this with a Posca pen. I am going to outline the whole thing with a Posca pen when I'm done, because I think it'll be like cleaner. And I'm just painting stripes. So here we go. So I painted the white and the black, and now I'm going in and I'm kind of cleaning up these lines. And I love Alice in Wonderland. I remember seeing the Disney version at the movies, and I loved that Alice was like roaming around and exploring in Wonderland, because the house that I grew up in, at the end of the road, there were railroad tracks, and I literally could tell the time by the trains. That's how regular the trains were. So I used to go down and explore along the railroad tracks, and you know, we did those crazy things like, you know, putting pennies on the track so that the train would smash them and all of that kind of stuff. But the other thing, I would go down there and I would pick wildflowers. And I think that I loved Alice's sense of adventure because I could relate to that. When I was down there, my mom called it the weeds. I wasn't allowed to bring any flowers that I picked down there in the house. She put a vase on the picnic table in the backyard, and I could put as many flowers as I wanted in there. So one summer I was frustrated because I had the prettiest flowers and I wanted to give them to people. So I took, I'm dating myself here, I took the Coke bottle carton, the cardboard Coke bottle carton, you know, that held 6 bottles of Coca-Cola. And I glued different colors of paper and I painted it. And on one side, I glued a piece of paper that said free flowers. And then I went door to door in the neighborhood. And, you know, I grew up in the Midwest. We all knew our neighbors really well. And the neighbors would come to the door and I would say, you know, hello, Mr. or Mrs. And I would say, would you like some flowers? And a lot of them, you know, they would take some flowers and smile, and I just did my little part to spread joy. And I think, you know, when I think about Alice in Wonderland, I think about her free spirit and how her good intentions were met with so much turmoil in Wonderland. So anyway, here we go. All right, so I have Alice's legs. And I don't think I'm going to put like a floor under her, because that reminds me of that fall that she took. But what I do have these little stamps, and I have a quote, and I have a quote from Alice, and I think in order to kind of like mirror the fall that she had, you know, I think I want to put the quote in the middle here. And I think that I'm going to try to get this quote across the page and going in a circle, because I also feel like when you're in Wonderland that things are sort of spinning. So let's see. If I can get this whole quote in here. a number here instead of the word. Why sometimes I've believed as many as 6 impossible. I have to get smaller. Things. I gotta get even smaller. Oh no. Before, I gotta fit breakfast in here. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'll flip it upside down here, and I'm gonna start further out, and I'm just gonna go for it. This pen, we'll see what happens with this pen. Okay, while that's drying, I have an assortment of things here, and I have a leg actually, and I'm gonna pull out some things that I like. Gotta have a bottle. You already have an Alice. Oops. I like the key. Ooh, I like the roses. Oh, some teacups. Ooh, there's a bottle. Okay, I'll leave both and we'll see. There's another key. A smaller rose. A bunny and a teacup. I can't resist bunnies, but I am going to try. There's that guy. I don't think that I need the, well, here's the rabbit. I think I've got too many stamps, so we'll start to weed these out. These roses are too dark. The card or the guy? I think the guy. And here is a tea party, and here is the Mad Hatter. I like him. So I may use him instead of this stamp. I want some color on him, and I have kind of like, you know, the colors that are sort of my theme, I guess, in my basket of stuff for this prompt. So I am just going to use these. These are Neo Color 2s. The only downside is that sometimes they look a little chalky over these other colors, but I don't really worry about it because the Stays On ink that I used is pretty dark, and in the end, it'll all look just fine. Everything will blend. Okay, I colored him with my Neocolor 2s. And now I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to figure out where everybody goes. And I think everybody's going to get to spin around the page. I kind of feel like I need something on this page. I wonder if I... It's so very white. Doesn't really matter if we can see what it is or not. I just felt like it needed something because we have the lines from the ledger on the other page, and that's what my brain is telling me. Okay, so now I think I'm going to put the rabbit upside down. Mother. There he is. And I think I want to put the Mad Hatter sideways. He is not a sticker, so we have to glue him. Now, I used water-soluble crayons on this, so I'm not going to go crazy putting the matte medium over it because it will re-wet it. So, you know, usually I'm like slathering the matte medium. I'm not going to do that here. I'm just going to get that down. Okay. I think we'll put those there. This is a sticker, and usually if I can't get them apart, I like bend one corner really hard, and then the backing will kind of pop up. So let's put the teacups. And I love the Cheshire Cat. Should I have put him in the center over the squiggles? Oh, I may just love that. It's a good thing I didn't make one of those squiggles any bigger. My cat wouldn't have fit. I think of these two. I think I can. Oh. Almost. I gotta pull it up. There we go. That's kind of in the cracks, so we'll just push it down. And there he goes. Alrighty, let's see. Well, those, it's like they were made for there. that. Okay. We're getting down to the nitty gritty here. I think this guy has to go on this corner, but I've got a key and I've got 2 keys and 2 bottles. So I don't know. Okay, well, let's look at the keys. Do I skip the key? I think I like this key better, so let's put that away. Okay, here's what I've decided. Let's put this guy down. These are some stickers. I got these from Temu. They were a whole, like, literally an Alice in Wonderland pack. Okay, where to put my bottle? All right, don't be horrified. If you're worried about what I'm doing, just close your eyes and I'll tell you when I'm done and then you can open them. But I did just cut that sticker in half. Oh, see, we have this page that's shorter. So, not anymore? Okay. I think I'm skipping the key. All right, I'm gonna grab my kneaded eraser so I can erase my pencil. I really like this key. I think I'm gonna put it there so it kind of looks like maybe it fell or it's tumbling, something. Oops. Oops. Forgot that black paint is water soluble, so don't get crazy. All right. I'm gonna come in here. Pardon me if the whole table shakes. And I am going to just erase. And what you saw me do there, where I like wrote it and then I didn't go anywhere near it, basically what I did in my brain was I kind of figured out how much space I needed and then I just expanded it and I followed the same curve. So that's sort of how my brain worked. You know, the other thing that I have done is I've just taken a pencil and drawn a spiral and then written on it. That also would work. Diane Reevely has an amazing stencil that's a spiral that you can write words on. It's really cool. Actually, there's like a kind of a snaky round one like this, and then a more square one. But there we go. And the last thing that I need to do is I need to tear my prompt. And stick it somewhere. I've run out of room. Here maybe. I think I'll stick it here. All right, so here is my Alice in Wonderland page, and this is what was in my brain when I thought of opposites. And the other thing that you didn't know because of the vantage point is this is upside down in my journal. So this is the right way that the journal goes, and here it is. And it really looks like she is falling. So I hope this inspired you. If it did, please comment or subscribe, and let me know if you liked my video, and let me know in the comments if you love Alice in Wonderland. Thanks for watching.